you had time to kind of sit back and reflect on this?
I really haven't, but just happy, really happy. I didn't sleep right in my bed last night. Haven't had much sleep, but it's a wonderful thing that's shared amongst all of my former players, former coaches, colleagues, former teammates. Everybody gets to share in this moment.
I was about to say, how many times have you had to recharge your phone from congratulatory messages?
I have to do it in stages. I still have text messages from Sunday that I haven't gotten to. I know some people got some return text messages from me around 3 a.m. That way they don't respond back and further the process, prolong the process. But it's been great. I couldn't think of a better way for a better situation than to, have us win a national championship here in South Carolina.
Don, what's it like to get congratulated by Bill Clinton and LeBron James?
Bill was kind of expected because we spent some time together. Bill. President Clinton. LeBron was a little surprised, especially, with him I'm having a dream like he was cheering with us in Columbia. He's welcome to come, though, on Sunday.
Have you taken off the net yet? Or is...
I've taken off the net to sleep, but other than that, it's been around my neck. I just visited my mother, and I put it around her neck. So we're all going to share in this moment.
So it's part of your permanent wardrobe going forward?
It's new. Asia's got her pearl necklace. I got my netless.
Dawn, have you heard from anybody that was particularly surprising or that was particularly gratifying to you?
No, it's just, the same people that have been in my corner all career long, or the, same people that I enjoy hearing from, because they've seen the struggle, they've seen the ups and the downs, and they've seen the highs and the lows, and, that's who you want, in your corner when you win something big.
How many of your former Virginia teammates have reached out with congratulations?
Oh, all of them. All of them. Debbie Ryan was at the game on Friday and Sunday. So she shared in this moment. I did actually hear from Dave O'Brien's family, which was pretty cool, just to know that they still keep in touch and still look out and see some of Dave's great work in all the people that he's touched.
Have you decided who gets a little piece of the net moving forward?
I haven't. I'm going to discuss that with Carolyn, because she picked a pretty good one in me to return her piece of the net.
Coach, some people say how much you've impacted the game. Has that even sunk in really at all, or is that something you even think about?
How much
How you've impacted the game?
I don't know.
Basketball.
No, it really hasn't. This is kind of, this is what I do naturally. I don't, look to make an impact. I look to make sure the game is approached the right way, is played the right way, and it's seen the right way. And when you do that, that speaks volumes.
Don't you obviously not had a problem recruiting great players here, but what can this do for future recruiting? How can this impact that?
Well, I think it allows you to recruit nationally. Although we've had really good success locally, we really haven't had that one powerhouse recruit that's been maybe in Texas or California, and so we're looking to break into that market, and it puts you in an exclusive club, knowing that you've done it in a way, and yet you haven't really recruited outside of this tri-state area. But we're gonna recruit the kids that want to be here, the ones that believe in what we're doing, and they have success here.
Don, I know you're savoring this moment. At any time since you left Dallas, has there been a moment where you thought about what it's going to take to repeat?
We're going to approach it the same way. I don't think you look at it, any differently. We will play South Carolina basketball. We will be disciplined. We'll work hard on both sides of the ball. We got, players who believe in our vision, and, when you have that combination, it'll take you far, because I don't think people really believe that we could win with the personnel that we had and the adversity that we withstood. Don't think people thought we would be standing where we're standing.
Have
I've
you?
got to ask,
What, Pete?
The reports are out there that Alicia and Kayla are going to go pro.
Yeah.
Have they talked to you about it? And how do you
Yeah,
feel
they
about
are
their
going.
decisions?
They have entered the draft, the WNBA draft. They both have, aspirations to play pro, and we're happy that we gave them a platform to raise their stock in the draft, and they felt like this is probably the best time for them to go. Obviously, it's bittersweet. We felt like we had a really good thing going on, and we could, do some things next year. But it's God's plan. It's God's plan, and I'm not going to question it at this point when I'm, having a national championship net around my neck.
Any chance they got 5 days to decide? Any chance they may come back?
Well, we discussed all those possibilities. As of last night, they both said they would not hire an agent. I don't know what can happen between, now and in 5 days, but they do have 5 days to decide if they're going to hire an agent. And once they do that, there's no coming back.
How does that change the dynamic next year's team?
It's different. I mean, you lose two incredible people in your backcourt that have experience, that helped us win a national championship. But the cupboards aren't bare. We got, Bianca Cuevas, we got Danye Kleine, we got two guards coming in. Actually, we got, another one can swing. Lee Grissett can swing to the guard position. The cupboards aren't bare. We got people who have experience, but certainly losing, two players of their caliber, you're gonna get hit, pretty hard with it. But, I'm glad it's now versus midway through the season. It's not like an injury. You got time to plan.
Don, is it a necessity to go out and try to recruit a couple more players for next year?
You're always recruiting. We're always recruiting. I think you try to go and, maybe get some fifth-year people, some JUCOs. We're not scrambling, but we certainly got some fillers out there.
How helpful can Coach Tanner be when you talk with him about how to defend a championship, since he's been down that road?
Yeah, he's one that I'll talk to a little bit about how do you get back to that point and keep your people focused in on the task at hand. And I'll talk to Boo Majors too. She's won the national championship. Curtis Fry, they've won national championships, and how they've things that they would do the same or differently just to continue to stay at that high level.
Does your desire, having won it now and kind of reached the mountaintop, do you think your desire, your fire changes at all?
I'm greedy. I'm greedy when it comes to success. You have to approach it that way. If you just settle for, what you've done in the past, that's where the height of your career will be, is in the past. I am basking in our glory right now, but come maybe a week or two, we're gonna get back to prepping for what we need to do to get back and win another national championship.
Does winning a title change the perspective at all on the Olympic opportunity that you have in a few years?
No, I don't think so. I don't. I think it. I think the experience helps because you familiarize yourself with pressure situations. In the Olympic Games, I believe you got to win. I think six. You got to get 6 or 8 games, and you draw on all your experiences as a coach to utilize to win big big tournaments.
Don, have you thought at all about the potential of a White House visit if that opportunity is extended?
National champions go to the White House, and we'll go to the White House. That's what we say.
Philadelphia question: how far back have you let your mind go, or have you been staying in the present since the game?
I always represent Philadelphia. I got a screenshot that I keep with me everywhere I go, and it says I'm from North Philly. It's where I got my start. It's where I got my start as a coach. A lot of my former players from Temple, were in Dallas at the Final Four. I keep in touch with them. I work with them every day. My childhood friends were in Dallas especially the ones that, always, whether it's through words or through physicality, always the ones that, didn't think I could win a national championship or win a gold medal. And I don't think they really believe that. They just utilize, psychology to get me to work a little bit harder. But I'm Philly through and through.
What was the conversation with your mom like?
It was great. I put the net around her neck. She congratulated us. She's she's probably where I get my competitiveness from. So, deep down inside, she is probably, the person that I'm more like than anybody in my family.
Speaking of your competitiveness, is there any little piece of you that regrets that you didn't do this against Connecticut? You didn't get a chance to play them in the national game and beat them for the national championship?
At that point, I really don't care who was our opponent. I think this was destined to happen. And when it's destined to happen, it doesn't matter who you're suited up against. I think we were supposed to be national champions this year, and whoever was our opponent was our opponent.
Coach Staley, mentally, how is Elena Postman handling? I know it must be tough for her not to have been there physically. I know that she put some tweets out. Maybe ESPN took some shots at her. How has she been doing?
She's been doing great. She's been invited to the draft on April the 13th, and we'll go up. I think it's in New York, so we'll go up to New York and see her off.
Will she be at the parade?
I'm hoping she'll be at the parade. I actually didn't get around to that. I thought the bigger and best news for her was the WNBA president called it and told me that she was going to be invited to the WNBA draft.
Were you surprised when you saw those tweets or heard about those tweets?
From Elena? No, she's a competitor. She doesn't want, she wants to say her piece, and her piece is, what we all have been saying is, our medical staff thought it was best for her to stay home, and that's how it is.